Osiris.
Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, June 30th. Can you believe that we are already through June? I can't really. I'm not a big, wow, time flies person, but I really can't believe that it's the end of June already. It's wild. So I hope everyone's doing well out there. I hope people are getting some time off and seeing some great music. We have so much cool stuff coming up that I wanted to update everyone on. The first thing is that next week on July 7th, Friday, we will be in Asbury Park. We'll be doing a live show with Dogs in a Pile. We're going to interview them. They're going to play some acoustic music. It's a small room at the Stone Pony, and tickets are almost sold out. I'll put a link in the show notes. But if you are coming down to Asbury for Tab, which is also that night, stop by. Come say hi. Come enjoy some Dogs in a Pile with us. Tom and I are going to be interviewing them, and they'll be playing music. As I said, it'll be a lot of fun, so come check that out. The other thing, if you're going to fish at the Mann, we are doing a pretty interesting new concept here. We are partnering with the Ardmore Music Hall to do some transport. So we're going to have a school bus that takes you from the Ardmore Music Hall to the Mann Music Center. Me and the Osiris crew will be there. It'll be a fun ride. I mean, it's only a 10 or 15 minute ride, so it's pretty short, but it'll be fun. But that night, we'll have a shuttle back to the Ardmore, and DJ Brownie, Mark Brownstein, will be DJing. The Funkin' Bowl All-Stars will be playing. There'll be a bunch of music after the first night. Second night, during the day, we're going to have an HF Pod live recap of Fish Tour thus far and of the Mann show the night before. And then Cal Kehoe's band is going to be playing. They've only played, I think, 2 live shows, so they're really awesome. And this is one of our first chances to get to see them live. And then we're going to do the shuttle to and from the Mann again. So it's a package deal. You can do one night or both nights. I'll be there all week. And the Ardmore Music Hall are great partners, and it'll be a lot of fun. So if you're considering going to the Mann, or if you're going to the Mann and you don't want to drive into the Mann and park in the grass and figure all that out, come hang with us at the Ardmore Music Hall, and we will we'll take care of that for you. All right, and then there'll be more events. We're going to be on the Dick's parking lot with some friends. We are not quite ready to unveil the details, but I will be going to Dick's, and I'll be there in the parking lot with a bunch of friends doing some really cool stuff, including talking with Tom about some very interesting topics that have never been talked about publicly. So keep your eyes out for that. And then lastly, if you are an HF Pod fan and you are going to be in New York the weekend of August 5th, that's the last MSG Fish show. I had said Sunday, August 6th before. I think it might be Saturday, August 5th during the day now. Before the last show, we're going to have an HF Pod 10th birthday party. So circle that on your calendars, Saturday, August 5th. I think that's the date. I will let you know when I know for sure. Speaking of HF Pod, our 40 for 40 series rolls on. Today, we are releasing our 2004 episode. And I have to say, this was a difficult one to get together because there was a little bit of internal strife over what to say about 2004. Not surprisingly, because 2004 is a controversial year. Some people love it. Some people like it less. And we did talk about a pretty wild show from Vegas, which I was at, and I think I went into the conversation thinking this is going to be horrible. But we talked about it, and we talked a lot about 2004, and I think more than anything, it was just a really interesting conversation among the team at HF Pod, and you won't want to miss it. It's the last year before hiatus, obviously. So check out HF Pod. That episode will be live this morning. Karina Regman and Isaac Sloan are back with a new episode of Inappropriate Happiness this morning. They talk about Karina's Joyride headlining tour, and they talk about a bunch of festivals. And of course, if you haven't checked out Karina's single, Joyride, check that out with Trey. Trey helped co-produce the album. Super excited for her. So there's a lot more on Inappropriate Happiness. Again, I'll link to that. We also have new episodes of No Simple Road, of Things of Gold, the Snarky Puppy podcast with Ryan Storm and Megan from HF Pod. We have a bunch of other stuff. So, of course, go to osirispod.com for all of that. But hope to see you at one of these events. Thank you for tuning in. I hope everybody has a good weekend and a good holiday. See you next week. Peace.
Osiris.